130, and now she's up in the 400s. They've really found a rhythm.
Jared Elliott said we tried to go too fast, too early, and so they had to work on that kind of tempo to that back set, and they have certainly found it, as you saw there.
It's important, too, because they'll run Asia O'Neal on the slide behind the setter. That's such a key part of their offense, and that connection has gotten stronger. Free ball back to Texas, but it's coming right back. There's the slide to Asia O'Neal, and it's dug up by MJ Hamill. Sarah Franklin readjusting. Emma Halter steps into bump set. Maddie Skinner to the back corner.
Out of system set, Emma Halter does a nice job getting that ball high so Maddie Skinner can go deep corner cross court right between two defenders. Excellent placement by Maddie Skinner.
Madison Skinner won a national championship in the 2020 COVID season with Kentucky with her sister, transferred to Texas and won a title last year. Wouldn't a third be nice? Service error for the Longhorns. For Wisconsin, you talk about a hot start. Started the season 18-0. That is a school record. They have 30 wins for the 8th time, the 2nd time in the last 3 seasons, and they went 17-0 at home. Don't mess with the field house. Swiggle to Skinner, going for the tip. It dances across the net tape. Devin Robinson right side. Ashburn will go with Franklin now. Dug up by Skinner. She'll get the swing. Skinner again, off the block and out, point Longhorns.
Devin Robinson looking at our head coach, asking possibly for a challenge.
And Kelly Sheffield is going to challenge this.
And immediately after the block, Devin Robinson thought that the ball grazed Maddie Skinner on the way down.
Each team gets 2 challenges. If you're correct in your challenge, you get to keep it.
I do not see a touch there.
It goes off of Devin Robinson, and then, yep, I don't see it touching Maddie Skinner.
No, she actually does a nice job of ducking her way out of it.
So they're still taking a look at this. The original call was no touch, and then it was a point for Texas.
And another early challenge here. We saw this in the first match too.
And you see Maddie Skinner explaining it to Emma Halter. I didn't touch that.
Yeah. So we have a decision. Call is confirmed, so Wisconsin down to 1 challenge. Unless we go to a 5th set, they'll get an additional challenge.
Wisconsin running a stack on the left side of the court. Devin Robinson, number 10 in white, most likely going to run all the way across the court to get to that right side.
And the serve sails long for Maddie Skinner. Talking about Skinner, how much do you think confidence has to do with her performance, especially in this postseason?
Everything. She's been able to step up, lead her team, and really embrace that role, a role that she wasn't that comfortable with because she lacked that confidence.
Well, you're filling a huge role, right? Logan Eggleston, who was a longtime captain and leader for Texas, graduating last year, leading them to a national championship. And then you have to fill her shoes. So a touch on it's a point for Jenna Winnis in Texas.
I think Jared Elliott said it best. You don't have to be Logan Eggleston. Just be you. You is good enough. And, you know, she wanted a second chance. She transferred from Kentucky, came to Texas, and said she needed to re-find her love for the game.
So no touch. The call is reversed, and Wisconsin will get to keep their challenge. They have 1 remaining unless we go to a 5th. Wow, kind of like in our first semifinal, we saw John Cook use 2 challenges early in the first set.
I mean, we haven't even reached 10 points yet.
Sarah Franklin serving. Winnes takes it. Ella Swindle going with Maddie Skinner out of the back row.
And this is something you're going to see all evening long. Great set by Swindle to go on the back row big set to Maddie Skinner. Nobody's home. She's got the whole court to work with. She is so lethal from the back row. You can't lose sight of her no matter where she is on the court.
Carter Booth turns it and drops it in, but going back to Madison Skinner. Out of the back row, 27% of in-system swings come from the back row. She hits 314 out of the back row.
That's a huge number, and if you saw in that last play,
Jared Elliott is actually going to challenge this last play. Call is reversed. Ball was out. Point Texas. So we've had 3 challenges in this match. 2 calls have been overturned already. Texas with 2 challenges remaining. Wisconsin with 1 unless we go to a 5th. Devin Robinson, that was in.
Devin Robinson on the right side. She is one of the 2 opposites for this Wisconsin team, and she is dangerous offensively down that line.
Yulia Orzel, who has moved from outside hitter to libero this year for Wisconsin. Gets Texas out of system. Izzy Ashburn going back to Robinson. She's blocked. Jenna Winnes, she could be an X factor for Texas.
I agree.
Such a great inside swing, thumb down, wrist away swing to go angle to angle in zone 4. Heck of a swing from Winnes. If she gets going, look out.
I think that's a key for this Texas team.
And Winnes has been up and down when it comes to her efficiency, but she was great in Stanford. Timmy Thomas-Ilara. And Bella Bergmark, the attacking error into the net, point Wisconsin.
Texas wants to use Bella Bergmark out of the middle, surprise Wisconsin a little bit, but that set too low for Bergmark.
So Wisconsin makes its double sub, meaning MJ Hamill, the new setter, comes in. She checks in along with Anna Smrek. Those 2 stay paired up in the 6-2 offense. That looked a lot better.
What a swing.
In great isolation in the middle, 1-on-1. That's a smart way to attack Wisconsin, because when they're 2 together and they are a wall, hard to get by.
Carissa Barnes, the transfer from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Timmy Thomas-Ilara. It's long, not touched. Here goes Texas.
A little bit of a miscommunication and out of system for Wisconsin. Sarah Franklin thought about attacking that ball from the backcourt. Luckily, no collision between the 2 outside hitters.
But service pressure right now, the key for Texas.
Thomas-Ilara. Anna Smrek saw it coming over the net. She was the MVP 2 years ago when they won it all.
Maddie Skinner can't fight this one to keep it on her own side. Smrek makes you pay.
Anna Smrek, 6'9", out of Ontario. The tallest in Wisconsin history. Ace! Gulce Gutstekind out of Turkey.
I love the passion in the celebration, and she is an international libero, and she just learned to serve last year, because international liberos do not serve the ball.
She's doing pretty well. She's their best secondary setter too. Great platform. And Smrek is blocked. Smrek again off of Skinner. Here she goes, setting up Sarah Franklin. That's what we're talking about. Gigi with the bump set to Franklin.
Gutschkin with a really nice set here. She gives Sarah Franklin a lot of room to work with. Look at this. She goes over top of the block. Sarah Franklin over top of two massive blockers for Texas for the kill.
And Sarah Franklin loves that sharp angle. And Kelly Sheffield was looking for that matchup. Franklin against Bergvall.
Maddie Skinner will respond. She's up to 4 kills. So MJ Hamill, who's the floor captain, she's the only one on the floor that can approach the up official. Talking to Michelle Prater, who is our R1 today. Franklin, dug up by Halter. Molly Phillips.
Emma Halter, the new libero for Texas, filling Zoe flex spot. Keeps it alive, and then Molly Phillips from the right side with the kill in transition.
Gutschkin with a nice pass. They can go to the middle with Crawford, and the kill out of the middle for CC Crawford.
Nice job by Crawford, getting on a low set, going wrist away for a nice kill.
Wisconsin has so many weapons, and that's one of the benefits of the 6-2.
Yeah, Kelly Sheffield, talking to him about this system, he said there's no right or wrong system. It's how you leverage your talent. And for Wisconsin, running the 6-2 is the best option to use all of their weapons.
Your personnel has to dictate the system that you're in. And they've got too many weapons, too many arms, as Sarah Franklin gets a kill, to not have them on the court.
You also have 2 setters that have bought into that.
They do. They're working as a team. One comes off, one comes on the court, and they give each other feedback. They have decided to make this a collaborative setting team for Wisconsin.
Kelly Sheffield said last year it was a bit of an adventure when it came to the set because they'd set 2 very different balls. But now they're much more similar, and that helps the hitters. And a Smrek on the run. Both sides having to hustle, but Texas is going to get that point.
Well, that whole rally started with a huge stuff on Maddie Skinner, but Texas able to cover it and keep it alive. And now watch Asia O'Neal and Molly Phillips go to work, swatting that ball down. Wisconsin can't run it down.
Texas up by 1 in a close first set. Franklin with the pass and the swing, goes angle.
That wrist away ball by Sarah Franklin, her signature kill sharp. Texas knows it's coming and they still can't dig it.
When you think back to May of this year, Sarah Franklin, they discovered a blood clot in her arm. Wasn't sure she would play volleyball again, and here she is having a first-team All-American season in the semifinals. It's coming back over. Halter to Winnis. Ashburn goes with Franklin. Asia O'Neal on the slide. And a net violation on Wisconsin.
Sarah Franklin arguing with the down official, and she said it's your jersey that touched the net there. Jersey is a net violation, hair is not. And Holly, you can tell that Texas is really trying to test Sarah Franklin as a passer and service here.
Well, you want to load her up with responsibility. She is the only player on the floor all the time for Wisconsin.
Gutschkin will take that pass, and the set was too tight. That's all that Franklin could do with it. Ella Swindle, a sneaky freshman. Texas the first to 15.
And that's the benefit of a 5-1. You get a front row setter who can go live, and she can dump Texas with a 3-point lead here in set 1.
including her grades in the classroom. That's impressive.
Jarrett Elliott told us that watching her emotional development has been so much fun. She has grown into the person we know now, into the player we see now on the floor like that. 5 kills, hitting over 500.
Maddie Skinner, the most dangerous attacker out of the back row. This time Carter Booth stays home, forcing the crossbody, but Maddie Skinner still finds a way one-on-one.
Carter Booth in the middle. Asia O'Neal stops that.
Between Asia O'Neal and Maddie Skinner, they are leading this young Texas team, and they've done an amazing job.
A 6-1 run for Texas. 5 straight points for the Longhorns. Service long out of the timeout.
Nice job by Sarah Franklin, trucking that ball back to the line to follow it out.
And now she'll get the chance to serve Wisconsin as they play catch up here. That's what you want out of the timeout though, right? You get your team, your opponent to have a service error. Get the momentum back on your side. Halter lays out, in comes Winnis. Tooling the block, it hits the block, then the antenna, so it's out.
And that's her 3rd kill. She's come out really aggressive, managing her swings well against the big block of Wisconsin.
Jenna Winnis, the transfer from Minnesota. Service error, 2nd in a row for Texas. This one from Asia O'Neal.
Texas front row setter Maddie Skinner available out of the back row.
They try to serve at Skinner. Halter will take it instead. Winnis with the tip. Orgel to Timmy Thomas-Ilara. Winnis, yes!
How about Jenna Winnis? She is feeling it, and you talked about it earlier. I think she's the X factor for this Texas team. If she can have a big match, she comes up with a dig, and then look at this swing down the line. Perfect location deep into the court.
Jarrett Elliott said she gained a lot of confidence from the way that she played at Stanford against Stanford. He said that was a really rewarding match. She had a little bit of sass to her, and she's picked up right where she's left off.
And he says he hasn't seen that sass all season till now.
Well, she was hitting 111 in the tournament, and right now she's hitting 429 in this match as Devin Robinson terminates.
And that shot there from Devin Robinson, not necessarily about power, just about placement between 2 defenders. Really nice spot. Great job dropping that ball in.
So Robinson rotates out, MJ Hamill into set, Anna Smrek in to play the right side. Bergmark in the middle. Hamill using Sarah Franklin out of the back row. Halter's got to hustle to get there. Free ball back to Wisconsin. Orgel to Smrek. Anna Smrek.
We talk about the weapons for Wisconsin. Anna Smrek at 6'9", one of the 2 right side players for Wisconsin. Watch her get her feet to this ball and just go OT over the top of the block for Wisconsin.
Anna Smrek told us, it's so fun to be here and watch my teammates that have not been here before experience it for the first time, but it's a business trip for her.
Jenna Winnis, another kill. 4 to start for Texas.
That is huge for her to get those numbers early in this match.
Because quite frankly, she's been a very streaky outside hitter for Texas the entirety of the season. Tonight, all consistency.
And Jarrett Elliott told us she has been getting extra reps all season. She's been working so hard to be more consistent. Skinner is blocked.
And that time, Anna Smrek, number 14 in white, stayed in the middle to block that ball. Cece, number 9, who usually lines up as a middle blocker in the left hand of Smrek, gets that ball.
I love that. It's a chess match, right? So if you're Maddie Skinner, you're expecting a smaller blocker inside and Cece Crawford. By switching it, you're not expecting to see that big wall.
And that's a big wall at 6'9".
Yes, it is.
Gooch to Ken, laying out for the dig. Little shot from Skinner. Hamill, backside to Smrek. Skinner readjusting. Sarah Franklin to the donut.
I love that offensive decision by Sarah Franklin. Texas on the perimeter playing defense in that middle of the court. That donut is open and she throws it down. And they remember that.
Definitely motivation. Here they are down 2 in the opening set against Texas, the defending champs. Skinner. Oh, Smrek!
If you're Kelly Sheffield, you like this matchup. Anna Smrek, your biggest blocker, one-on-one with the best hitter for Texas. And look at how big Anna Smrek is. That is terrifying at 6'9".
If you're Ella Swindle, you've got to be able to push the ball all the way to the antenna so Maddie Skinner can swing both ways.
Molly Phillips going angle but wide. And a 5-1 run for Wisconsin. We're tied at 20.
Well, head coach Jared Elliott talked about giving her a little bit of room to cut back down the line, but Smrek takes up a lot of space defensively for Wisconsin.
Service error for Gutschken. A race to 25 points. Some teams call this the red zone once you hit 20 points.
And Asia O'Neal in the front row for Texas.
Once you hit 20 points, got to play clean volleyball.
Yes. Here's Emma Halter. Campbell with the bump set to Franklin. Skinner tips away from Smrek. Looking to go down the line, does not get a touch. Wisconsin ties it.
And the defense of Wisconsin has been the difference. They're putting pressure on Texas, and it starts with Hamill sliding under this ball to keep it alive, taking that tip away from Skinner.
What a great look at that play from our crew. Great pass from Halter. Ooh. You can go to Asia O'Neal. A 6th-year player for Texas.
This is the rotation for Wisconsin. Carter Booth and Anna Smrek in the front row with Sarah Franklin. That's a terrifying block defensively.
When those two block, they're holding their opponent to negative.
Yikes. Swindle a couple of times. She's gotten aggressive.
Okay, so you got Wisconsin in a 6-2, so they have weapons all across the net. But the beauty of a 5-1 setter is when you've got the aggressiveness to be able to go up and throw down yourself. I love that from Ella Swindle, a true freshman. It's got some guts here, keeping this Wisconsin block honest. She said what it would be like to set somebody like that, and now she's actually doing it. She said it's been a dream come true.
Yeah, Asia O'Neal in her 6th season deciding to come back. Those two have gotten the team up. Gutschken laying everything on the line. Sarah Franklin drops it in. She's got 6 kills.
The first contact for Wisconsin, Gutschken, number 21 in white, puts it right in her setter, MJ Hamill's hands. And then Sarah Franklin going to that corner. We've seen all the offensive tools from Sarah Franklin already.
Izzy Ashburn, the career aces leader at Wisconsin, serving. Swindle to Skinner. Dug up by Orgel. Set point, Texas.
Texas doing a good job passing that ball, staying in system. Skinner able to score.
Skinner serving at Franklin. Devin Robinson off of 1 foot.
What a swing.
Winnis. Saved by Orgel. Set one to Texas.
How about that? Texas coming out hot. They hit 282 in the first set, held Wisconsin to 206.
This is over.